Hello. Hello. How are we doing? Today we have a very special stream. At least that bot followed me. Will that count as one of my followers? I'll take it. Today we have a very special stream. We are doing a comprehensive literary analysis of Nekopara. That is to say, we're gonna play this trash anime game. Yeah, for real. I wasn't expecting that. I have news. I got my new monitor, so now I'm rocking the dual monitor setup. Yeah, it is very nice. It is, so it's still 1080p, but the contrast is like way... You've experienced all of Nekopara before, I'm sad to say. You should hold that as a point of pride. But yeah, the contrast is much better than my other monitor, and it goes up to 165 hertz. So my mouse movements are like buttery smooth. I love it. Commence the jiggling. Yeah, I think it's funny. The first game I try on stream with my new monitor is fucking Nekopara. Oh, what a time to be alive. Commence the jiggling. There is a we'll see it game. There is a jiggle physics slider. So you know we're dealing with some quality trash, some quality garbage. Quality garbage. God, my fucking desk is a mess of just cords and wires and just other random shit. I need to clean my room. The problem is I'm probably not gonna have time to do that until like Thursday. So yeah, I could have tackled that tonight, but I wanted to stream. Of course there is. I watched Team 4-Star play it, and they kept playing the Commence the Jiggling from Aqua Teen. Of course we're gonna put it all the way up. Cause that's just how we roll around here. Like what are we gonna like what I like how it's like a continuous slider, right? So like you could choose, like, this seems like a very binary choice. Either you want the jiggle physics or you don't. I don't know who is putting it like in the middle or like fine tuning their jiggle physics. Like I need to know why this is a continuous slider and not like discrete whatever. Some questions are not meant to be answered, apparently. I'll check that out later, or post it in the Discord. Post it in the media share thing, and I'll check it out later. This is so nice having two monitors. Now I can like, I can see chat over there, and I can see when my ad break is coming up, and I don't have to like. It's just nice. It's just nice. What else can I talk about? What else can I talk about? I learned kind of how to make a thumbnail. So you should be seeing the new ones on the YouTube. 15 updates to Discord on my laptop. Ah, I see. Well, when you get the chance. 15 updates. You just never update it? But yeah, making YouTube thumbnails is weird. I don't know how to, like I've done graphic design things, like this whole stream is one big graphic design project, right? So I kind of know my way around things. Of course, there are people who can do it much better than me, but the weird part is like when I put my model in the thumbnail, and I'm making the kind of like, you know, those faces, or the like, you know, the mouth agape thumbnail type thing. That's like that's the thumbnail meta. It's weird seeing that and being like, wow, am I like I really am playing the game, huh? You kind of have to. You kind of have to if you want to get shit noticed, but it's just weird. I've never done that before, and it's like, wow, I feel like an actual like YouTuber. Crazy. I've thought about making like at some point it might be cool to make like other content besides like VODs and editing. Influencer. Am I influencing you? Have I influenced you? What was it just saying? Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Oh yeah. I like making other kind of content, like video essay stuff. I've had this idea for a while now of doing a video about kind of role theory and like trashy anime, and kind of like finding the value in trash anime through role theory. But I need to do a little bit more research and kind of figure out what the point of that would be. Now I can demand free stuff. Yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll be like, do you know who I am? I have 64 followers on Twitch. I have 16 subscribers on YouTube. So you better give me my bagel for free. Now. Oh, jeez. There are people out there who do that. There are people out there who do that. Wild. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Man, when I'm sitting at my desk now, it feels like I'm like in a spaceship. It's so cool because I got my secondary monitor here. I got my main monitor here, and it's like my main monitor is like a little curved, which is really cool. And then I got my PC, which lights up and stuff. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, just have it all lit up. Spaceship. I'll take a picture of it once my, once I kind of clean off my desk a bit. And then I also, so the monitor stand that I had for my other one, it was like a monitor stand and a laptop stand, right? So I could kind of have my laptop floating there. But now I have absolutely no room for my laptop. So I don't know exactly what to do with that stand. I might put like my, I don't know, I might put my mixer on there. That's probably what I'll do. Thinking about maybe, but I don't think putting my keyboard on there would work. We'll see. Well, shall we get into the game? Let's do it. Let's get in the game. Fucking banger. The game. Hey, it has... Have you ever... If it wasn't a game, would it have a chest bounciness slider? I don't think so. Also, Does my model freak out when I do the slider? Lags me. Yeah. It was kind of doing that earlier, and I don't know exactly what... Maybe I just need to change my... Hold on. Impressive tech. I think I just need to cap the frame rate. Because I saw and it was going up to like 300 frames per second. It's like, this is a fucking visual novel. Why does it need to go to 300 frames per second? It's affecting your own chest bounciness. Okay. IRL slider. That would be wild if I and just IRL just like Okay. Well, let's see if that works. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's going up to like 400 frames per second. What? What is that? Why? Hello? Why is it doing that? That's kind of weird. My monitor doesn't even go up that much. Well, what if I just... Oh yeah, let's put the music back on. Well, let's try it and see if this works. And if it doesn't, if Nekopara crashes my computer, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, let's start.
ありがとうございました。では失礼します。
Force VSync through graphics card settings. I think, yeah, Oh, instead of the free sync or the G sync. I think it's working now. Phew, this should be most of the boxes then. I wiped the sweat off my forehead with my arm. Gross. As the moving truck disappeared from view. Although it was early April and only the beginning of spring. Today's weather was quite nice. It was even a bit hot. Well, it's a good day for a new start. I turned my head to look at the empty bakery, which didn't even have any signage yet. Yeah, or see if you can limit the frame rate if it continues. It seems to be, well, right now it's running at 80 frames per second, which is manageable. And it isn't fucking up my model, so. The brand new exterior wall had a Western look with a predominantly white and brown motif. There was also a large window, which let lots of sunlight in. And finally, there were the words that displayed the name of the bakery, La Soleil, the sun, en français. Ah, see, I know things. Instead of the proper French article le, it was La Soleil, meaning the sun. See, I know things. Je parle un peu français. Un peu français. This was a nod towards the name of the shop of someone I admired. Now that I'm on my own, I'll have to do my best. I softly murmured to myself, Imagine, can you imagine? You're just like standing out, you're just standing in the middle of the street and you're like, now that I'm on my own, I'll have to do my best. Can you imagine? Get the cops called on you. From here on out, no one would tell me what to do. I was going to start completely new, despite the stature of my family's name and everything that had happened up until now. What happened? Wait, what happened up until now? I am always saying I need to do my best loudly. It's time to do my best on this new adventure and on this new journey in my life to start anew. I alone would decide my path and take responsibility for what I do. In exchange for that freedom, I can't blame anyone else for what happens. Still. Although I was a bit worried. The thought of what lay ahead made me break into a smile. Alright. In any case, I'd better get all these things cleaned up. I took a deep breath and got my spirits back up. I stepped into the new smelling bakery. My eyes! My eyes! What's with this big box? Oh boy. Oh boy. Are there... In front of me was a large box I didn't recognize. In fact, there were two of them. fragile, delicate. Absolutely this side up. If thrown, your company will be in trouble. The warnings were going overboard. They were getting annoying. These damn warnings. Even if these are baking supplies, I don't remember buying anything quite like this. First off, they were boxes that looked like they came from my house. If these were for the bakery, there's no way I wouldn't remember buying them. Yes, you don't remember? Fucking hell. I keep yawning, I need to not do that. Yes, it is I, you, man. A stray cat girl appears in your bakery, you immediately remove them for fear of rabies. Yeah, this is a health concern. There were new tags from the moving company either. All there were those warning labels. That was a sentence to read. Well, I'll know for sure once I open the... You can't be fucking serious. That was a terrifying sound. Oh, it's just a cat, huh? Just a troublesome cat, jeez. Just a cat? You got mailed... Okay, is this not surprising to you, or...? Chocolate, better be careful, meow. Like that would fool me. What are you doing, Chocolate? Oh, what am I doing with my life? We just saw each other at home yesterday, you know? Wait a minute, we already know these cats? We already know them? We already know that he shipped them? He shipped them? He did. The main character shipped them. Is that real? Or are they just playing a prank on him? Well, that is true. Chocolate guesses, hahaha. Okay, yeah, he totally shipped them. He shipped it. Okay, these are like, can we agree these are not actual cats? These are cat girls. Why are we shipping? Okay. So they were picking up chocolate, right? And they said, this box is heavy, so be careful with it. I really hope I don't have to deliver any boxes like that. Hey, it could be, your next package could be a cat girl, so you better be careful. Handle with care. Chocolate wanted to hiss at them all of a sudden. Chocolate really did. Is she gonna refer to herself in the third person this whole time? If I shake it and it makes those noises, I'm leaving it at the station. Like, I have a pretty high tolerance for anime bullshit, but this isn't... And usually, like, this kind of shit I'm, like, all for, but... I don't think chocolate is that... Like, this isn't cute to me. This is annoying. This is really fucking annoying. Well, compared to the rest of my things, you are heavy. She ignored what I said. Chocolate puffed out her cheeks. You could say that she was always happy-go-lucky. Or rather, she preoccupied herself with only what was in front of her. Well, I guess that was how you'd describe Chocolate. While I was getting ready to move, I did wonder why I didn't see you. I can't believe he shipped them. Nekopara really is just like all the worst parts of anime trash. I could see that. Like, the voices feel weird to me. The voices feel weird. I don't know exactly what it is. Long time no see, master. My nose was itchy because the inside of the moving truck was dusty. It's condensed into something vile. Okay, now, vile is a strong word. Why is Vanilla here too? You see, she can speak in the first person. I already like Vanilla better. Is that true? Okay. They also said this box is heavy, so be careful with it in regards to me too. Oh, I bet you were. I bet you were, Vanilla. Again? Huh. In any case, Chocolate, Vanilla, get out of there. I was at my wit's end with the large boxes that had suddenly shown up. At your wit's end? What'd they do? I don't understand these emotions these characters are having. Why is no one picking up the phone? Just what is Shigure doing? Shigure? Is that right? I hung up after trying to call my little sister. There was no way that Chocolate and Vanilla could have gotten mixed in with the rest of the boxes in the first place. Why not just... They could help move. They don't need to be in boxes, they could help move. Or would they run away? I don't know. I don't understand Catgirl logic. Imagine you walk in and Nekopara is happening. You'd be at your wits' end. Oh gosh, I guess a Nekopara is happening. Oh gee whiz. On the outside, Catgirls look almost like humans. They can understand words and can talk just like us. But more than humans, catgirls were closer to normal cats. After all, catgirls had ears and tails just like cats do. They were what? They were genetically modified humanoid cats that were commonly referred to as cat. Wait, they're genetically modified? What? Okay, that's the, like, fuck this story. I want to hear that story. It's okay though. Sure, they are sentient and mostly human, but they are different, so it's okay to explain it. No comment. No comment. These days, cat girls fit into society. We live in a society, folks, with genetically modified cat girls. As pets or partners to humans. Okay. Wow. Okay. But there's a lot to unpack here. I was just kidding. I was like mostly kidding about the literary analysis, but there's a lot to unpack here. Cat girl trafficking. Do cat girls have rights? What does it mean to be human? And what does it mean to be a cat girl? I have so many questions about how this world works, and they are going to answer 0% of my questions. My little sister really loves to dote on cat girls. The right to fulfill the creator's need. Oh boy. A lot to unpack. So our family has 6, including Chocolate and Vanilla. In any case, they couldn't have mailed themselves all on their own. They literally mailed them. Can they... So they can't they can't just like take the train with them or like be in the back seat of the car. Like you have to mail them. Mailing living things through the post would be impossible for one thing. There's no way my parents would have helped with this either. Thus, I could only guess that this was somehow Shigure's doing. I see, so Shigure was an accomplice then. Silly streamer, the train is for humans, not cat girl. Yes, because cat girls don't have rights. We all know this. Okay. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm never gonna be able to get hired after this. Chocolate really likes the smell of Mew bedding and furniture. It's bigger than it looks. Perfect for... What does that mean? Master's ability? What abilities? I have so many fucking questions. There we go. There are jiggle physics. I put that slider all the way up, didn't I? I was expecting more, but whatever. As I suspect, that is a bedroom. And of course they're gonna sleep with him in the same bed, right? Because they're not human, they're cat girls. They're just cats. This is what cats do. Mahu mahu. Alright. Let's go. Click, 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 click. Nekopara speedrun. Wait, how fast can I mash? It's harder with mouse, actually. It's easier with controller. Should we change the stream info now? So I guess I'll keep my settings a little lower. I think also having the dual monitor is definitely increasing the GPU load. No. Okay, we have changed the stream name. Now let's fucking get back to where we were. Can you hear my button mashing? No, whoops. You could hear it. You see, an actual speedrunner taught me how to button mash. And like there's a technique. Yeah. 好きですね。思ってたより広い。バニラ、あっちの部屋行って。位置的におそらく寝室。いやー、それは聞き逃せないね。もふもふそうと。Okay. Let's get back to where we were. How are we doing? Yeah, we're doing good on like the GPU is at like 40% load. Hi. Okay, I looked up an address in my phone's address book. Also, do we have... Oh yeah. There we go. Background music. I was like, it feels weirdly quiet. And they told you someday you will use this, and today was that day they first saw the great Neko crash. The great Neko crash. Okay, well, maybe I can like stitch together the two parts. Somehow, I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. Without pressing the call button, I put my cell phone back in my pocket. I had moved out without saying anything. What? You didn't say anything? What is my model doing? Okay. Oh geez, water. Need water. Okay. So for her to call me back within the day seemed a bit stupid. Well, it wasn't really an issue I needed to bring up right at this moment. Yes, that is an issue for future me. I am current me, and current me doesn't have to deal with that. I should hear from Shigure soon anyhow. Some of the writing is so awkward. Oh my god, you're so close. We've finished snuggling on Master's bed. You finished? So close. The new bed is very fluffy. It gets a passing score. Good work, you two. Gosh, both of you have major bedhead, sheesh. Do they? Their hair looks like absolutely pristine.
ご主人様のなでなで大好き。気持ちいいです。苦しゅうない。もっと。
What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What is this? I tidied up their hair with a comb. Oh, jeez. Their soft hair felt nice as always. Do you know there's an 18 plus patch? There's a not safe for work patch for this game. Just putting that out there. Just saying. I lightly bonked them both on the head while they had their eyes closed. Wait, I got an achievement for that. Now then, why were the two of you hiding among my moving boxes?
ご主人様が連れてってくれないって言うから仕方なく。
Oh, so they hid. Wait, hold on. Did they ship them or did they... I don't know what's going on. I cannot keep this story fucking straight and it's just started.
ショコラが行くって。
Chocolate said she was going, so I tagged along. You had no choice, just tagged along. You two. Well, I figured that had to be the reason, but... Anyhow, I recomposed myself and looked at the two of them again. Listen up, okay? How many times have I told you to? This isn't a vacation or a picnic. I moved out because I have no intention of going back there. If you were at home, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Shigure and the other cat girls are there too. Wait, they have more? They have more. They have more cat girls. How many cat girls do they have? It would be better if you two just... fucking face. What was that face? That's not it. It's just that,
お腹が反抗期なだけなんです。だから違うんです。本当に。
Chocolate's stomach is just being rebellious, so that's not it, really. Not what? Not what? What did you think? What do you think I'm...
朝早かった
What is this
せいで
face?
朝ごはん食べ
What
損
is
なった
this
から
face?
仕方
What
ない
is this face? What emotion is this? What emotion is this? It's... It's so fucking funny to me. Every time I look at it. Okay. That's the derpiest fucking face I've seen in my life. Master moved out really I feel like I know that face. It's the fucking did you know that 50% of people will see this face in their dreams? And his response to me. Okay.
それに
The sound of
お腹の音が
Chocolate's stomach rumbling is cute anyways. While listening to this silly... Will you stop making that fucking face? I cannot take this fucking seriously. While listening to those silly excuses, I glanced at the clock and saw it was already past 1. Can you stop making that face? Stop making that... Stop making that face. Stop it. Now that I thought about it, I haven't eaten anything since this morning either. How long is... Well, why don't we lunch first then? fucking god.
ご主人様大好き
That's gonna be a new emote. That's replacing corn. That's replacing corn. I don't give a fuck. Yay, food. Chocolate loves master.
さすがご主人は話がわかる。かたじけない。
My god. I'm getting fired up, meow.
ネコパラ
Why can't your model make that face? I don't know. I could do like a cat girl face if I wanted. I'd just have to enable it. Oh, so we do let you outside. Okay. So cat girls are allowed outside.
ご主人様とお買い物にゃー
I could probably make an expression just as derpy as that one. The only thing is just why.
最近はご主人が全然お買い物連れて行ってくれなかったからショコラのテンションが青天井にゃーバニラだって実は
You're
ウキウ
really
キして
happy
るくせに
too, right, Vanilla?
ほーらほっぺふにふにしちゃうぞはいショコラくすぐったにゃダメ
This game's gonna get me banned. You'll bother those around us, so try not to get too carried away, you two. Since the refrigerator was empty, we headed to the nearby shopping district to buy groceries. Need more water. From brand name clothing stores to supermarkets, there was an array of stores. There was even a drugstore with daily necessities amongst them. Among us. If you come here, we have just about everything. That was how the real estate agent had recommended this place to me. Wait, don't you two go shopping with Shigure often?
もうしぐれちゃんとご主人様じゃ全然違うんです
That face.
ご主人はほんと
It's troubling that Master doesn't have the proper mindset of a master. Chocolate pities you. Yes, I need the proper master mindset. That's problematic. Okay, moving on. Hey, first of all, Shigure is your master.
しぐれちゃんもご主人様だけどしぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんなんです
Okay.
だからご主人様はご主人様なんです
What? What is that logic? Shigure is master, but Shigure is also is Shigure. Master is master. I feel like I'm losing fucking brain cells, my god.
全然違うでしょ
I thought this would be just a nice, relaxing game with cat girls, and I feel more stressed now than I did playing Fire Emblem.
理屈になってないけど熱意は伝わる
I don't understand your reasoning, but I can tell you're very enthusiastic, just as expected of Chocola. Clap, clap, clap. Yes, good job. I guess you used your brain for that one. Never mind then. Anyhow, keep it down inside the store, okay? I parted from the two of them. Okay, but one sec. Grabbing another water. Okay.
ご主人様、シャンプーはこれがいいってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたよ。
Wow, that's great, Chocolate.
これ、毛並みがサラサラになるし、すごく甘くていい匂いがする。
Great shampoo. Every time you drink water, it looks like you're drinking from one of those hamster bottles. What if that's actually what I'm drinking from? Like I have my stream set up and then I just have like a giant like hamster thing. But that's stuff for you two to use. I don't need it, so put it down and come over here. David.
ご主人様、ひどい。
Maybe buy them at least shampoo? I feel like they're gonna need that. Unless they're... Do they lick themselves clean? Be honest with me. Do they lick themselves clean? How cat are we talking here? What's the ratio of cat to girl? True gamers drink from a hamster bottle. I lick myself clean. I do not lick myself clean. Thank you very much.
ひどいぶった切りようです。
You probably shouldn't say that too loud in public. I lick the... Anyways, moving on.
よしよし、ショコラ泣かないの。
Now, don't cry, Chocolate. Master is an awful person, isn't he? Yup. I don't know why y'all stick around. Don't just say that and then toss that in the basket all nonchalantly.
ガードが硬い。
I had to be on guard or they would sneak something in when I wasn't paying attention. Can never trust a cat girl. They even tried to grab another basket for themselves at the supermarket earlier. It was apparent to me how dreadful an idea it was when they decided to come along. Goshin-sama. Oh, is that Master? It's like Goshuin-sama.
ごめんなさい、ご主人様。
Goshujin-sama. Oh, okay. I just never like knew how it was like spelled. That makes sense.
久しぶりのご主人様とのお買い物でテンション
It's
上
been a
がっ
long time since Chocolate went shopping with Master, so Chocolate gets really excited.
猫は素直だから仕方ないね。
Cat girls are honest, so it can't be helped. Y'all just tried to put the fucking... No, you're not.
ご主人も素直になればいいのに。
The fuck are you talking about? You just tried to get me to... You just tried to put shampoo in the fucking... It has nothing to do with being honest. I'm telling you, don't put the shampoo in the basket like that. Put it back.
交渉です。お願いします、ご主人様。
What is this fucking game? What is this fucking game? What is this game? What is this game?
何とぞショコラたちのシャンプーを買
Buy them fucking shampoo. What is wrong with you? They need shampoo. What are they gonna just not bathe? What did...
シャンプーもない家に帰るのは悲しい。猫的に油紙は
Buy them
気持ち悪い
fucking shampoo. Okay, if you're not gonna buy that shampoo, then buy them a like, this isn't... I don't see what the issue is here with buying them shampoo.
あの猫ちゃんたち、シャンプーもろくに買ってもらえないのかしら。
He didn't even buy it?
うん
Oh, okay, they're customers. Compelling story. What story? Is there a story? No. Okay, we're good.
猫虐待で通報した
I
方がいいんじ
wonder
ゃ
if
な
we
い
should
のかしら
report him for cat girl abuse. Yeah, you probably should, honestly. You probably should. Don't put on some act to confuse the... Wait, you're the one not buying the fucking basic necessities. I would say shampoo is a basic necessity. Especially for girls. We'd only just moved here. We've only just moved here and you're already asking for shampoo. What are you gonna ask for next? Soap? Then it's just a snowball from there. Next it'll be clean drinking water, and then it'll be... My fucking god. Buy them the fucking shampoo. Buy them the shampoo. Get them the shampoo. It's not
ご主
that...
人様とのお出かけは楽しいです
Going out with Master is lots of fun. Did you buy the shampoo?
思わずニャンニャン言いたくなっちゃいますねニャン
Did you buy the shampoo? I need to know
私
this.
のものは何も買ってくれなかったけどご主人ケチ
He didn't buy them the fucking shampoo? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? What are they, wait. What are they gonna do? They're gonna have oily ass hair. And then he's gonna be like, man, my cat girls fucking stink. He can make them his own shampoo. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You do not stop. This fucking game. Yes, you fucking are. You are a cheapskate. Fuck you. Buy your cat girls some shampoo. Besides, I nearly got reported because you're depriving them of basic necessities. My fucking god. After that, it was the same sort of exchange at the supermarket. The whole thing was so awkward that I don't think I can visit that shopping district for a while. Well, I guess you could say that was the cute side of cat girls. Was it? It's so cute when they ask me to... It's so cute when they ask for basic fucking necessities. And then get mad when I deny them. Oh, are you sniffing Chocola's oily ass hair?
あっちからすごくいい匂いがする本当だすごく香ばしくていい匂いがしますご主人様
Something smells really good. It definitely does. What is this smell? I turned towards the source of it. I was a little concerned too.
いらっしゃいませ
Okay, there's another cat girl. She has a job
美味しい
though.
出来たてのたこ焼きいかがですか
Okay, it's just takoyaki.
熱々で鰹節たっぷりのたこ焼きいかがですか
Deska?
猫のたこ焼き屋さんだ珍しいですねご主人
That's pretty
様
rare. She can probably afford to buy her own shampoo. Whoa, that's crazy.
本当だ 猫ちゃんかわいい。
Don't hit on the child, please. Who's who's hitting on who? What? No one's doing that. Is a cat girl younger than chocolate and vanilla? Did my model blush? My model is just like blushing. I'm praying the main character doesn't. Okay. if my model blushes, it's because like my tracking is off for some reason. I need to redo my tracking. In terms, she looked like she was about 12 or 13 years old. Okay. In cat years, she was about 6 months old. Oh boy. Oh boy. You're just not making this fucking easy on yourself, are you? Author of this fucking game.
猫のお姉ちゃんだ。私と一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。
Is this how they greet each other?
喉ゴロゴロしてあげちゃおう。ゴロゴロ。子猫は無邪気で超かわいい。半端ない。
What is this world? Do they go in cat years or human years? Neither are going to be sufficient. Like, by any metric you go by, you're fucked.
私はなでなでしてあげ
You're
ちゃう。
going to jail by any metric.
すみません、うちの猫が。
I'm sorry that my cat girl is troubling
あの
you.
猫ちゃんたちの飼い主さん？
Are you the owner of those cat girls? These cat girls that can... Okay, so let's talk about the fucking, like... the implications that this other cat girl is both younger than them and has a job, can work a job, but also is owned by a human. Just saying. The owner of the food stand greets us. Yes, I am. Well, to be more exact, my little sister is their
す
owner.
ごく可愛くてお利口な猫ちゃんたちだね。愛想もいいし、言葉もしっかりしてるし。
There's no cat child labor laws. Yeah. Cat girls don't have rights.
うちのはまだ7ヶ月なんだけどね。
Mine is only 7 months old.
もうちょっとしたらあんな風にちゃんとしてくれるのかな。
Wait. She's literally... Wait, hold on. Is she literally 6 months old? Because they said that she looked like a 13-year-old girl. But is she literally 6 months old? So... yeah, by any metric, you're going to fucking jail. No matter what. Glance, it was understandable seeing a young cat girl made it easy to overlook these things. Mine were originally strays, so I don't actually know how old they are. Plausible deniability. It's written into the fucking story. He has plausible deniability. No, that doesn't. No. 9 months old? Hold on, 9 months old? They're fucking 9 months old? And there is a not safe for work patch for this, y'all. 9 months old? My fucking god. I feel... Okay, just... Let's just move on, and... This game is giving me a fucking headache. No, I'm not repeating that. I'm not repeating that. Anyways, I'm not... Moving on.
しぐれちゃんがちゃんとお勉強教えてくれたんです。
Shigei-chan really taught
いい
us
子
well.
になれるようにって。
Good cat girls if we listen to her.
しぐれ、厳しい。でも、おかげさまでいろいろと覚えた。
そうなんだ。いいご主人様なのね。
あ、でもご主人様はご主人様なんです。しぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんですから。ね、ご主人様。
What the fuck does that mean, Chocolat? What are you talking about?
通訳すると、しぐれは大事な友達。
Shigure is an
ご
important
主人
friend,
って呼ぶのは、
and when we say master, we are referring to master over here. Okay.
愛されてるんだね、ご主人様は。
Well, I am grateful. She lightly nudged me with her elbow. I responded with an embarrassed, forced smile. This is this entire game for me. Hearing this kind of stuff in public sure was embarrassing.
子猫ちゃん、ちょっと上向いてごらん。
Why don't you look up a bit?
ほう、
Up like this?
ひやり。ゴロゴロゴロ。ゴロゴロゴロ。
I'm cringing so fucking hard. I thought I had a tolerance for anime bullshit, but this is testing it. This is testing.
うちの子ももともと野良だったんだ
My
ね。
cat girl was a stray too. What am I doing? What is this fucking game? I'm stressed.
今日みたいにたこ焼き売ってたらお腹
Day
空かせ
just
て寄っ
like
てきて
this, while
さ
I was selling takoyaki, she came up to me with an empty stomach.
そのまま拾って今じゃ自分の娘みたいなもんになってさ。
Like a daughter to me, but more like a slave.
店まで手伝ってくれるようになってね。
She's even able to help me with the shop
人
now.
型猫が流行したこともあったけど、
Humanoid cats were all the rage. If there are that many strays, do cat girls have litters? Where are all the cat boys?
普通の猫の何倍も飼うのが大変だからね。
They're many times more difficult to take care of than regular cats. Her words seem tinged with blame and worry. She has some issues. She grumbled, letting out a sigh. Not that long ago, it wasn't rare to see stray humanoid cats just wandering throughout town. But now, it was more likely for one to see humanoid cats that were well loved by their owners. Since the amount of unfortunate humanoid cats had decreased. What is this world? There was more of a balance and owners were quite elated. So there were just cat girls wandering around. And then the humans started adopting them. UHCs. What's that?
ほんと責任感のない連中ばっかりで嫌気もさすけど。
Don't understand the responsibility involved in owning cat
でも
girls.
そいつらのおかげで可愛い娘に会えたのかなって思うとなんとも言えないけどね。
So is this a pet or a daughter? Because I feel like you can't have... Alright, whatever. It was a bright and honest laugh. I nodded in agreement. That is true. This must be like how pets find their way back to their owner. I smiled at such an uncharacteristic thought from me. Wow, empathy. What an uncharacteristic thought.
あ、そうだった。
Mm-hmm.
お姉ちゃんたち、たこ焼きはいかがですか？
Desu
熱々で大きいタコが入ってて、すっごく美味しいですよ。すっごく美味しいたこ焼き。でもこれから帰ってご飯だから。ご主人が作ってくれるから。ごめん。
Master's gonna cook for us, so sorry. Chocolate and Vanilla's shoulders drooped downheartedly. The writing in this. As they hung their heads, I rubbed them from behind. Okay. I took a look at the little takoyaki seller. Okay. Be good. 3 orders of takoyaki. Can you do that for
たこ
me?
焼き3つ？
3 orders? Wow. Maybe you aren't so bad after all.
たこ焼き3つですね。
Unfortunate humanoid. Ah, gotcha,
ご主
gotcha.
人様、オーダーです。たこ焼き3つ。ご主人。
Wow, you actually bought us food? That's crazy. Could you buy us soap? That'd be really nice. Guess I should be at the UHCs. Is that what we're gonna call them now? It's going to take time to get home and make food after all. Besides, I want to try the takoyaki here too.
そこらも、もうお腹が切なくグーグー泣いてました。すごく嬉しいです。
Wait a minute. Has she not eaten since... Did they eat while they were out?
ご主人かっこいい。しぐれがいつもツンデレ実系はいいものです。
A tsundere older brother is a good thing. Wait, what does that mean?
はいはい。じゃあこっちにあるメニュー好きなトッピングと味選んでね。うちの猫が遊んでもらった分サービスさせてもらっちゃうよ。
Oh, the toppings are free of charge.
はい、ありがとうございます。ショコラはマヨネーズかかってるのが好きです。
Imagine how awful you'd feel if someone described you as unfortunate.
ありがたくいただきます。ペコリ。私は明太子チーズがいい。
Fish roe and cheese flavor. Okay, my question was completely ignored. I guess I shouldn't let that bother me, huh? I wondered about that as I looked at chocolate and vanilla, happily awaiting their takoyaki in front of the food stand. Can I save? Yeah.
Nekopara.
Okay, I think I need a break from this game. I think I need a break. Wow. I thought I felt exhausted after Fire Emblem streams, but That was exhausting. My God. Just the amount of fucking questions I have. The amount of I don't know, man. I don't know about this game. I thought I would. I didn't. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm getting some like. I guess like the reactions are funny, so I guess I could keep playing it like for that. But like, my God. And it doesn't have any like multiple choice. Oh, actually, I stopped at just the right moment because the ad's gonna start in like 5 minutes. It's not meant for the thoughtful, it's for the kind of person who sees it and says, what if I smeared tuna? No. No! Maybe... I'm collecting my thoughts. Okay, so like... the kind of like... What's the word again? Goshijin sama. That kind of like that's like usually something that I can. That's usually like a fantasy that I can get behind. You know, who wouldn't want to be like doted on by like a like cute like maid cat girl types like that. That's usually like. That's fine. But like I think it's just I don't know what it is about this game that makes me cringe so fucking hard. Nekopara makes cat girls worse. It makes them insufferable. It's like too infantilized. Like these are like there's not much like there's really nothing sexy about it. Like I'm just looking at these girls and I'm like, these are children. Like I don't want that. That's like make like I thought. It doesn't help when master won't buy shampoo, a basic fucking necessity. Yeah, like this game isn't like I was expecting this game to be like sexy and it's not. It's just cringe. So I don't know what to do with myself. Like it's like the rules in the it's like in my server under the hentai rules. It's like there's a difference between a loli and a depiction of a child, and this one is like these are like these are plow through the cringe because I promise it gets worse. Oh jeez. I bet it does though. I bet it does. Okay, ad is gonna start soon, so I'm gonna throw up the BRB screen, and then we will be back. I think we'll just do like a media share thing. I don't want to play more of this. I think I've had my fill of this game. All right. Oh wait. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I think that's good. Welcome back. Welcome back, me. I found a video, right? I found a video that I think might be kind of interesting. Thank you. I found a video. Let me show you. There we go. the the insane history of Lego Bionicle, full documentary, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Bionicle is the toy that saved Lego.
Since the beginning of its inception, there has never been a toy quite like Lego. Over the course of the product's 70-year run, Lego has managed to bridge the gap between generations young and old with the timeless concept of the Lego brick. The company's core guidelines, carefully laid out in the 1950s, set the stage for decades of success, stating plainly that Lego must be classic in its representation, needing no renewal.
I'd suggest videos, but apparently I only watch videos that are 1 minute or 3 hours, or music. Well, this one's 47 minutes, so somewhere in between.
That any Lego brick from 1958 onward fits with any Lego brick made today. This one simple concept, tied with an emphasis on limitless creative expression, has been staple in how Lego develops their products to this day. Lego's endless line of themes and worlds meant there was something to capture the imagination of every child, boy or girl. There was Lego City, Lego Castle, Lego Space, a simple product with infinite possibilities.
I fucking loved Legos as a kid, but I liked putting together the models. So I, for a time, was like really into like getting the most complicated fucking Lego models possible and like putting them together. So like the Millennium Falcon, I think. What else did I feel like I did the Death Star at one point, but the Millennium Falcon was like the most like impressive one that I did.
This is what drove Lego to become one of the most successful toys in history. So why did this formula start failing Lego? In the mid-90s, the company was starting to see a real shift in consumer interest. Lego products were still on all the store shelves, but children were simply going elsewhere. Where were the kids going? What could possibly rival the fun and excitement of such a timeless toy like Lego?
Yo, copyright.
Pokemania had
Okay, we're
taken
good.
hold and would not let go. It's hard to put into words how insanely popular Pokemon really was. Nintendo had struck the nail on the head, dominating every possible form of entertainment with the Pokemon TV show, Pokemon cards, Pokemon video games, Pokemon merchandise.
Did you know that Pokemon is like there's Disney, right? And Disney owns some of the most like valuable like IPs in like just in the world, right? Like Mickey Mouse, fucking like Disney princesses. Pokemon is the single most valuable intellectual property, like, of all time. It beats Disney. Like, Nintendo is fucking huge.
Every single venture that
I don't think people realize how huge Nintendo is. And yet they can't spend any money on their games. Well, they don't fucking need to. They don't need to.
Nintendo took with Pokemon was a colossal success. Lego was feeling the heat. And yet, Pokemon was not the direct culprit, but rather a symptom of a much larger problem for Lego. In truth, Lego's financial struggles in the 90s were most likely caused by a multitude of different problems, including risky business ventures, intense competition, and most notably, a growth ceiling. You see, Lego had already dominated the toy industry for decades, but for the majority, had not reached out much beyond that. David Robertson, author of Brick by Brick, writes about Lego's problems in the 90s, stating plainly that, quote, Lego had gone through a period of stagnancy. They had reached the end of their natural growth cycle, end quote. Lego was already on the shelves of every toy store, so where else could they go? This led Lego to innovate harder, but in the wrong directions. LEGO thought they knew what kids wanted and began developing increasingly complex new products without any real evidence for interest. Between the years 1993 and 1998, LEGO had tripled their product line and doubled their number of unique LEGO pieces to almost 30.
That's interesting because, like, I liked the more complex models, but like not for like your general audience, right? Like the more complex is not necessarily better.
13,000. More pieces made products harder to assemble, a problem for a generation of children that were becoming increasingly accustomed to instant gratification style products. The increased pieces also made LEGO's inventory much more difficult to manage, making restocking a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah, the nature of LEGO is that it requires effort. You know, it requires like effort and patience. Even if you're just fucking around with the bricks, like if you like, it requires you to sit down and focus on one thing, and then, you know, the gratification comes at the end. But like, you know, take something like, you know, like a video game is gonna be like, you know, you're gonna get way more fucking dopamine hits from that. Specialized pieces are kind of against what LEGO is supposed to be. Yeah. Like, you know, a bunch of different pieces is fine. But like one where it's like specifically for this one thing, and then you're not gonna, you know, like it's meant to be interchangeable. You know, it's meant to be homogeneous. Like all pieces work with each other, you know.
Sometimes taking months. Whether knowingly or unknowingly, LEGO had managed to break two of the core rules laid out for the company in the 50s. One, that the products had to be simple yet offer unlimited variety. And two, that they needed to be easily distributed. Somehow, LEGO was digging themselves into a worse place than they initially were. At this point, the company's unconstrained level of innovation was becoming a problem. And worse still, it was operating outside the bounds of real informed market research. Sales were not increasing, but production was, by a lot. This problem built up until 1998, when LEGO reported its first financial loss in the company's history. By the end of the year, LEGO had laid off more than 1,000 employees, with no end in sight to their growing financial troubles. At the rate the company was going, bankruptcy was becoming a real possibility. They had to make a change, so they did. It all started in 1999 when LEGO started taking research and development a lot more seriously. They needed to start creating products that kids could get excited about again, and one of the products that worked right out of the gate was LEGO Star Wars, the company's first officially licensed product. LEGO Star Wars was an undeniable success, and still is to this day, but at the time, it was nowhere near enough to save the company from financial peril. The main problem with LEGO Star Wars was the licensing costs that ate into profits, as well as the drastic dip in sales that occurred whenever a year went by without a new Star Wars movie. It just wasn't consistent. LEGO needed a product that wasn't dependent on the success of another company's intellectual property. In fact, they needed their own intellectual property. One with substance, a compelling story, compelling characters, and a world just as immersive and captivating as Star Wars. In this pursuit, LEGO turned to a recently shelved product idea, originally pitched in 1995 by a designer named Chris Faber. At the time, Faber was working as an artist for a Copenhagen-based marketing firm named Advance. This company was and still is partnered with LEGO to produce a myriad of content, including product and packaging design. Faber worked on a wide range of LEGO products throughout his career, but it wasn't until 1995 when Chris was given the green light to produce an entirely new product for LEGO's Technic theme. Technic was a subset of LEGO products that included more...
Oh yeah. Yeah, the ones with the robots and stuff. Hey, hello. Bobo Ne Bunu. What's up? How are you doing? We're watching The Insane History of Lego Bionicle. We were playing Nekopara, but the cringe was too strong. The cringe was too strong with that one. I had Bionicle as a kid. I was super into Bionicle.
Complex parts like rods, beams, joints, and gears. Chris recalls the time he was given the project, stating,
I had like I wish I could. There's like a Bionicle game that I played. I want to say it was like a PC game. Hey, what's up, Ace Zero? Thank you. I edited it myself. edited it. Yeah, I edited it myself from Booth Model. So thank you, I appreciate it. My mom built all my Legos because I was stupid as fuck. You see, I loved building the models. I was a weird child. I loved, like, I was like, I need the most complex fucking model that'll take me the longest. Was it the one with the Linkin Park song? Oh my god, I forgot about that. Wait a minute. You just triggered a fucking core memory. What was it? And even when you carry on like you know something like that. Was that Linkin Park? My god, I forgot about that. Like I know you too. And even when your heart is yeah, my fucking god. I forgot about that. Wow. Tsundere boys, you have wow. Wow, just a rush of memories are flooding back in. Now I remember. Oh my god, I'm realizing just how into Lego I was. Like, there was like I remember there was like a website for like the Bionicle thing. There's a website, and I think there was a contest, and I think I entered the contest. And then when the Lego Star Wars game was coming out, I played the first one, and then it was like episode 4, 5, and 6. The game hadn't come out yet, but I would check the website every day, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to see more about this game." And I was like, I was following it, and I was like, "I need this game." And then there was like the Bionicle games. I don't remember. I feel like it was a PC game. It wasn't a GameCube game. It was a PC game. I need to find that game. Oh my god. I remember when Bionicles came out, but I never got into it. I was super into Legos, but I was just a couple of years too old to be the age it targeted. Gotcha. Yeah, I was right in there. They had some side-scrolling flash game for Lego Star Wars Online. I would believe it. I had a Lego game on PC that was like SimCity. Was it like Lego Island or something like that? I never really played that one. But I never realized how into Lego I was, but my god.
I was sitting with Lego Technic and thought I would love to build a character instead of a car, Faber said. I thought of this biological thing. The human body is built from small parts into a functional body, just like a model. What if you got a box full of spare parts and built a living thing? And with that, Faber got to work. Initially, Faber worked with Lego and clay, attempting to prove his theory that it was actually possible to build an action figure with Lego. The result was a sort
wasn't
of
Lego
Frankenstein's
Island. Let me see if I can find the name.
Clay and Lego Technic pieces. Chris presented
Wait.
Frankenstein's
What is that? Was that the prototype for Bionicle? That is the... I don't know if you can see. Hold on. What the fuck is that? I feel like I've seen that in my nightmares before. Anyways, moving on.
Monster of both clay and Lego Technic pieces. Chris presented the idea to his team at Advance, and they agreed to finalize the concept and pitch it to Lego. The idea was called Cybots, a themed
Cybots. Yo. I wonder where Bionicle came from. I'm sure they'll... Wait, Bio.
complete with characters, story,
That's all I've got.
and an innovative new building system.
Lego
which is the
Loco?
first
Okay, I
ever
haven't heard of
ball
that.
pit in a Lego product.
That just, like, bring back so many memories.
The concept was a little edgy, a little dark, and very, very weird. I mean, nothing about the concept art really screams Lego, but the ideas were definitely compelling. The Cybots were set to be located...
How... Like, was that his pitch? Was
Lego, but the ideas were...
Was that his pitch? Hold on, let me... That was the pitch? How did this ever get greenlit with that kind of pitch? My god.
Were definitely compelling. The Cybots were set to be located in different environments with different specialties.
Let's make it insane. That's what kids want.
The concept of a sort of mix and match buildable action figure that could swap out its body parts for tools, weapons, and other gadgets. Another innovative component was the idea of Cybot computers.
Whoa, what is this?
Games and multimedia experiences that could help to perpetuate the excitement for the product. This would naturally open up other streams of revenue as well.
What is this?
All these concepts were incredibly new and exciting, and several prototypes were developed, but the project never ended up seeing the light of day. Cybots was inevitably shelved the same year, but could take pride in the fact that almost every concept proposed was eventually used in future LEGO sets, especially Bionicle. Most importantly, Cybots...
I forgot the joints moved. Yeah, I forgot you could make the arms move.
Furthered the idea that would ultimately save LEGO from bankruptcy. The idea of the buildable action figure. Roughly 4 years after Faber's Cybots proposal, the Advance team would get another knock at their door from LEGO. Turns out, buildable action figures were a hit with test groups, and LEGO's R&D was paying off. This led the company to partner with the Advance team once again on a whole new project titled Slizer, or
Slizer
robots in America. Originally conceptualized as a buildable action figure, Slizer was meant to appeal to a very...
Why call it Slizer? Did they just...
particular breed of consumer. LEGO was infatuated with the idea of distributing Slizers to so-called unconventional retailers. This would include gas stations, kiosks, and other places kids beg
gas stations
while their mom is running errands. This was clearly an attempt by LEGO to finally expand beyond the toy shelves they had conquered for 50 years. This new approach meant that Slizers had to be inexpensive and
Slizers.
Years later, Chris would share concept art he designed in 1999 of a Slizer vending machine, advertising Slizer figures for the low price of $5.99. This vending machine was never actually produced, but it was perfect evidence for the...
I think I had a little Bionicle comic that came with something. That kind of sounds familiar.
Kind of product LEGO was trying to develop. You see, LEGO was participating in a very common trend within the toy industry, dubbed the craze product. Toys that were meant to be hot for a season, stir up a tremendous amount of buzz, and then fizzle out of production. Then, rinse and repeat. LEGO also took a page from Pokemon's book, striving for a gotta-catch-em-all approach to product.
Okay, so I feel like in the 90s and like 2000s, like toys were like huge. Is the toy industry as big as it was? Probably Probably not, right? Like, now we have like video games and like iPads and like, do kids really like want all this shit? I guess I don't know. Toys are still big. You'll just run into iPad babies first. I guess so. I guess I'm not the target demographic for these things. I'm not getting like the commercials or whatnot.
Development. There were 8 Slicers to collect, each
So I wouldn't
inhabiting a
know.
different biome on planet Slicer. The American figures were dubbed Torch,
Never be
Speed,
as big
Turbo,
again.
Scuba, Jet, Amazon, Granite, and Electro.
Yeah, I feel like
No,
kids just want to
this
play
wouldn't
video
be the
games.
last of LEGO's horrible naming choices. But you can't blame LEGO too much. This was their first foray into a real IP, something they were completely new to.
Slicer. Hey mom, can I have Slicer?
And with this venture came an understandable level of apprehension.
I hate that name.
See, in the beginning, LEGO was struggling to decide how to brand Slicers, and worried how this edgy new
Adult out of loop regarding 1 to 3 age demographic entertainment. Yeah. Moving on.
the brand's image. Soren Holm, former design chief at LEGO, recalls some of the company's worries at the time. Quote, was it Slicer from LEGO? Was it LEGO Technic Slicer? Or LEGO Slicer from Technic?
Say that. Say that 3 times fast. Was it Slicer from Lego? Was it Lego's Technic Slicer? Or Lego Slicer from Technic? Was it Slicer from Lego? Was it Lego Technic Slicer? Or Lego Slicer from Technic? My god.
We were so afraid of destroying what we came from and going into this new world. It was really an uphill launch. We didn't think it would work. End quote. But with Chris Faber and his team at the helm, LEGO took the leap and pioneered some groundbreaking new ideas in the process. The team would hit hard on making everything about Slicers collectible.
What is that face? It's a sticker for a face. Slicer.
Apart from the 8 unique figures, LEGO would also include throwing discs that were launched by the Slicers. Each Slicer had 6 discs available
I hate that fucking name, Slicer. Slicer, really?
to collect, each with a different power level. This was the very beginning of LEGO's insane obsession with collectible discs, something that would carry over well into Bionicle's life cycle. Both Slicer, Bionicle, and other LEGO themes would sell
My god, every time I see a Bionicle, I like get a fucking like brain blast of nostalgia.
supplementary disc package, which was just a cheap poly bag with more discs. Another attempt to incentivize collectability was through the emphasis of combiner figures. Ugly, Frankenstein's monster creations that could only be assembled with the parts of multiple different Slicers. A silly marketing tactic with a lazy bit of lore sprinkled on top in an attempt to sell more toys. As you might guess by now, the entire product line was very proto-Bionicle, as almost all of these collectability trends were incorporated into the line in 2001.
Yes,
Regardless,
let's
Slicer
fucking
achieved an
go.
impressive amount of sales, with over 100 million
I knew I would like this video. I knew I would like it.
generated in 1999. This led to a few subsequent releases in 2000 before being pulled off store shelves for good. As far as LEGO was concerned, Slicer was an incredibly successful experiment. The toys
Was
proved
it?
that constructible action
I've never
figures,
heard of
later known as
Slicer.
construction
Well, I guess it
figures,
was, like,
had a very promising place in the market. As for
90s.
design, Slicer perfectly executed the first use of ball joint articulation in a LEGO product.
I was more of a
resulting in
2000s kid.
posable, morphable toy that really played like an action figure. It also introduced story elements, conflict, and characters, while although not very fleshed out, still served as the foundation for expandable storytelling had the product line continued. But LEGO was sticking to the craze product business model, so they dusted their hands with Slicers and prepared to introduce something new. And in the year 2000, LEGO released Robo Riders, the company's second attempt at collectible construction.
Robo Riders.
In many ways, Robo Riders felt like a step back from becoming Bionicle. The product line featured motorcycle robots that were sent to fight a
Oh,
monster
I feel like I
virus.
remember those tubes. The tubes. Did they put other Lego sets in tubes?
Loose on the web, giving implications that the story somehow took place in cyberspace. LEGO continued the trend of releasing a set of collectible figures.
Yo, I
Now
feel like I
6
had
instead of
this.
Flyzer's
I feel
8.
like I had this at some
This
point.
time, the additional collectibles were talisman wheels, a weaponized disc that could be launched by the Robo Riders and conveniently purchased through supplementary wheel packages that were sold in sets of 4. LEGO was still
Light.
infatuated with the idea of marketing to more unconventional retailers. In the process of creating an easily distributable product, the idea emerged for the canister. The design team
Yeah,
fabricated
I
a
feel
clear
like I had
soda
one of
can-style
these.
canister to package the toy, once again with the hope that the product might be sold in a vending machine. While there is no confirmation that Robo Riders were ever sold this way, the canister still functioned as perfect packaging for the product, and many more products for years to come. In truth,
Yeah, the Bionicle. They were in the tube. Okay, that's
the
where it's
canister was
from.
probably the
That's
most
why I remember
Bionicle
it.
thing to come out of Robo Riders, and arguably did more with the canister than Bionicle ever did.
God, every time I see
You
a
see, there was a
Bionicle,
fair
I want
amount of
to like
cleverness that went into the
scream.
design of the packaging. Kids could actually place the canister in the freezer, and when
Go
filled,
on.
the can would reveal a code that could be used to unlock a
What? Hold on. Put the Lego in the freezer, and it would reveal a code.
secret minigame on the Robo Riders website.
What?
This was incredibly exciting for its time because it not only cultivated a sense of wonder and discovery, but it also paired that with an entire experience that could be had online. It really goes to show how forward-thinking Chris Faber's original Cybots concept was,
Okay,
as
I
it included
guess.
elements of these ideas 5 years earlier.
Cybots.
Another intriguing aspect of the canister was that the tops of the cans were used as wheels for the toy's combiner figures. These things were still pretty damn ugly, but it demonstrates LEGO's ability to innovate perfectly.
Yeah, they
The
are.
entire product, from the packaging to the toy inside, was an experience, and that's truly something special. Robo Riders would also release a set of mini
Robo
riders
Riders.
alongside the main product line. Sound familiar? This was essentially a miniature version of the actual product that used substantially less parts and was significantly cheaper. You see, one of LEGO's fundamental goals when developing Craze products was that the toy could be purchased with just a few weeks' worth of allowance. And if a child wasn't patient, well, there was always a cheaper option to choose from. This marketing tactic was employed seamlessly with Bionicle the year after.
The little guy. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. Is this from the movie? God, I'm just getting so much fucking nostalgia. There was a yeah, there were Bionicle movies, weren't there? Maybe we should do a watch along of a Bionicle movie.
Fortunately for LEGO, Robo Riders sold pretty terribly. The characters were lifeless, the storyline was borderline non-existent, and the toy was simply kind of crappy. At this time, LEGO was beginning to realize that the market for impulse-driven Craze products was somewhat unsustainable. The relentless pace required for yearly releases was proving to be too
You see, here's what you need. Bionicle AMV night, maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Here's the thing. Like, the thing that I think made Bionicle more successful than the fucking Slyazer and the like robo car thing, like, Bionicles had faces, and that alone, like, they had faces that were like recognizable, and like people are just like this right here. This just looks like noise, right? Like nothing particularly draws the eye, but like with Bionicle, you're drawn to those faces, you know? Like, and that creates, and then you get then like through the face you get a sense of like their character, and you know, once you get a sense for their character, that creates kind of like a bond, like a relationship. Anyways.
taxing for a company that was known for taking 1 to 3 years to develop a product line. Besides, did LEGO really want their saving grace to be low-cost, impulse-bought toys sold in gas stations? How would that affect the brand's image over time? LEGO needed something with substance, longevity, and a compelling story that would hold children's interests for years to come. That product was finally just around the corner. Turns out, there was a reason Robo Riders had such a short shelf life. And it wasn't just because it sold poorly. In fact, the entire product was really just a gap filler, a sort of intermediary step before something much bigger. You see, during Robo Rider's life cycle, another product line was being developed at the same time. Something much bigger, with real story, real characters, and real personality. This was everything LEGO had been working towards within the realm of constructible action figures. And now, they had earned their stripes. LEGO had once again partnered with Chris Faber and the team at Advance to develop an entirely new concept. The concept that would eventually become Bionicle. The name was
Bionicle.
Boneheads
Let's go.
of Voodoo Island.
Really just like these names.
Boneheads was an entirely new angle for LEGO, and it hit the scene dripping with personality. The concept played perfectly to LEGO's latest mantra of concepts with an attitude, giving a wacky impression with its B-movie-esque title and outlandish concept art. At this point, a team had been assembled for the project. Martin Reiber Anderson, an employee at LEGO, would take the helm as lead toy designer, with Bob Thompson as lead writer for the theme's story. Chris Faber would work with the LEGO team as designer and artist, with more members joining as the project scaled. Initially, a myriad of names were thrown around for the concept, including Voodoo Heads, Slam Heads, Zeekers, and most infamously, Do Heads, which just sounds like a slur. Thankfully, LEGO avoided that PR nightmare and went ahead with
not
Boneheads of
not
Voodoo
wrong.
Island. The initial concept placed heavy emphasis on story, taking care not to dismiss the importance of what good storytelling could mean for the longevity of the brand. The story was to take place on an island, Voodoo Island to be precise, where a tribe of peoples called Boneheads lived. And what did these
Okay.
characters do exactly? Well, that was the tough part. So lead writer Bob Thompson fired off the story concept to outside freelancers, one of them being a
Check
former
media
colleague
share.
who was working as a writer for a company in Edinburgh, Scotland. The concept caught the eye of Alistair Swinnerton, a writer working for the company at the time, who then tossed around
Abandoned
the pitch
Mick
with some of his
Barge?
colleagues. Alistair is quoted saying,
Yo,
"Something
okay.
about Boneheads caught my eye, so I decided to work on that one." It had
still
kind
got
of
a lot of time in
Easter
this
Island
video.
vibe to it, I felt, and I'd always
I don't
been
know if I'd have
fascinated with that subject.
the energy
End
for
quote.
another.
Some rather unimaginative names had been given to the
We'll
characters
see how I
in the
feel.
concept phase, those being Flame, Hook, Claw, and Axe, names given because of the weapons the characters wielded. So, Alistair started there, reworking the names
Is
to
that
incorporate real
Defunct
Polynesian
Land?
words and phrases.
Yo,
A
Defunct Land
creative
is
concept that would come back to haunt LEGO in
Bright
a
Sun
lawsuit
Films.
from the Maori people.
Yeah, we should
claiming
watch some
cultural
Defunct
appropriation.
Land at some point.
The dispute was eventually settled with monetary compensation and some tweaks to the language used. Despite the lawsuit, the
what?
characters in the concept because of the weapons the characters wielded. So, Alistair started there, reworking the names to incorporate real Polynesian words and phrases, a creative concept that would come back to haunt LEGO in a lawsuit from the Maori people claiming cultural appropriation. The dispute was eventually settled with monetary compensation and some tweaks.
They sued for cultural appropriation? You can do that?
To
Okay.
the language used. Despite the lawsuit, the names used for the main four heroes remained the same. Those names were Tahu, Gali, Lewa, and Onua, names that directly translated to their respective elements of fire, water, air, and earth. At the same time, production of the actual toy line was slowly taking shape. The main gimmick behind the Bonehead was a detachable head that ejected off the body when hit hard enough. This made for a sort of competitive style of play, where kids were meant to pit their figures against each other until one Bonehead knocked the other one's head off. It was somewhat reminiscent
Interesting.
of Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and LEGO thought it would be a hit with young boys, especially American ones. Some executives were not too pleased with the whole head decapitation idea, as it felt a little too
I can see
violent
why.
for LEGO. but the concept was still tried in test groups. And to LEGO's surprise, it did not fare well. Children primarily took issue with how easy it was for the heads to come off, making the problem of losing pieces a chief concern.
Yeah. I could see that.
Led LEGO
Yeah, I
straight
could
back
see
to the
that.
drawing board. They needed something a little less jarring, but still cool and edgy. This second attempt would finally bring forth the idea
Cool and edgy.
of the mask. A quote by Mods Nipper, a former media consultant for LEGO, describes perfectly what happened next. Quote, Eric Kramer, who was a product manager for LEGO, literally interrupted a meeting to show me the original mask, recalled Nipper. He was saying, "We've got it now. The mask is going to make all the difference." And he was right. Until then, we'd had a very bumpy ride.
I'm telling you, it's the face. It's the face. The face is... yeah, like... That's what's gonna draw people in. That's why it's successful. It's because it has a fucking face.
With the concept. We really weren't sure just how good an idea it was. But after the mask was born, the communication, story, packaging, everything just flowed like a river. End quote. Now, due to the secrecy that revolved around Bonehead's development at the time, it's very difficult to piece together all the key moments into perfect chronological order. In fact, the entire Boneheads project was very much an insider secret until many years later. But if there's one thing that's for certain, it's that the moment the mask was introduced was the moment Boneheads truly became Bionicle. With that being said, it's fair to assume this was most likely around the time when LEGO decided to rework the name, as it was becoming apparent that the idea was evolving into something quite different from the original concept. Many names were tossed around at this point, some of the most notable ones being Bionites, Afterman, and Evoids, a name proposed by Alistair Swinnerton as a sort of mashup of the words evolving and droids. Eventually, the team would come up with Bionicle, a mix between the words biological and chronicle. The name perfectly encapsulates...
Okay, chronicle. I was wondering what it was. Biological chronicle.
all the elements that made the theme what it was. Bionicle truly blurred the lines between science and magic, or
Ain't no way that's what it means. It's biological chronicle. What?
organism and machine. And the word chronicle placed emphasis on the deep world building and lore that enveloped the concept. That,
Bionicle lore.
combined with the fact that the word also sounded like mechanical, made it a perfect fit. Inspiration for the name came about while LEGO was very much in the thick of world building for Bionicle. At this point, Chris Faber, alongside various other illustrators at LEGO,
That's an answer you tell the news when you get questioned on the spot. Chronicle. Why Chronicle? You know, because there's like a story and shit. I don't know. I'm... Listen, I just work here.
LEGO began to flesh out the aesthetic for the theme, creating a distinct look to the story's heroes, setting, and antagonists. Jan Kjær, a graphic designer and cartoonist for LEGO, would end up developing some very interesting early concept art for the story's heroes, thereafter referred to as the Toa, or warrior in Maori. These designs would be expanded on to incorporate masks, and slowly but surely, the world of Bionicle had begun to take shape. It emanated the feeling of a world vastly separate from ours. Was this in the future? Was this in the past? So many elements of the island screamed tribal and primitive, while other aspects surrounding the characters felt futuristic and otherworldly. This was the case very commonly associated with Star Wars, where the world felt somewhat familiar while still constantly reminding us how different it was. This feeling, this twist on reality, was the hallmark of something truly enticing and laid the foundation for a very unique brand of storytelling, much of which would emerge from Christian Faber's own head.
God, I remember putting
many of
that
Bionicle's
together.
Original story concepts emerged from Chris Faber's own experiences. Experiences that opened his mind up to perspectives he might not have otherwise had.
Blue one. I remember the blue
Early on in
one.
Faber's career, he would
I
begin
remember
to
one.
experience
There was
severe
one
issues
that I
with
was like
eyesight.
really
This
into.
would
I
lead
like
him
the
to see a
design of.
specialist where further testing would take place. Surprisingly, Faber's eyesight wasn't deteriorating from aging, but rather a benign tumor that had formed in his brain. This specific diagnosis was called prolactinoma, and if left untreated, could cause quite unpleasant symptoms for the rest of his life. On top of that, prolactinoma forms in one of the least accessible parts of the brain, making removal of the tumor impossible. Instead, Chris was given a heavy prescription of medication, one that would essentially halt the growth of the tumor, allowing him to lead a relatively normal life. Unfortunately, the side effects that stemmed from the medication were incredibly unpleasant, making it hard for Chris to pursue his career goals to the extent he desired. This would lead Chris to begin pondering more about life and the human body, and how we as human beings are made up of such a vast array of complex parts. If only we could just remove a broken part and replace it with another. He also thought about the medication he took, and imagined every pill as a group of tiny soldiers being sent to battle inside his body. What would the soldiers do when they arrived? Would they even know where they were? Faber would toy with these thoughts for years, with many of these ideas serving as the driving force behind Cybots, Slizer, and Robo-Riders. But it wasn't until Bionicle when Faber's storytelling would really shine.
Wow,
Bionicle's
I would have
story
never
centered
guessed.
around a great being named Mata Nui, a sort of spiritual protector who would come to be widely praised by a race of peoples called the Matoran. This would lead Mata Nui's brother
God, the
Makuta to
nostalgia.
grow jealous and infect his brother with a terrible illness, one that would place the great being into a deep slumber beneath the ocean. After thousands of years, land formations would form atop the giant's sleeping body, and Mata Nui's followers, the Matoran, would come to reside on those islands. Many years later, a group of heroes would wash upon the shores of the island of Mata Nui. They would arrive in canisters, closely resembling pills. They would emerge not knowing who or where they were. There, on the shores of the island, they would build themselves up, piece by piece, until they
Whoa.
They would meet the elders of the island, the Turaga, who would tell them they were sent to save Mata Nui, an island plagued by evils. And where exactly did the afflicted island reside? Why, none other than atop the head of the sleeping giant.
Oh.
Thankfully, a medical
That's
breakthrough in the
cool.
mid-90s would give Chris his life back, reducing his treatment to a simple bi-weekly injection, free from the horrible side effects of his previous medication. And while it's true that Chris had suffered greatly with his illness, the ideas that stemmed from his struggle were beautiful in many ways. Chris demonstrated what a true artist does, and that's deriving beauty and inspiration from all parts of the human experience, be it pleasant or painful.
That's
At this
so
point,
interesting.
Development of the theme was all coming.
I never knew that. Like, it's really cool that it has such a personal kind of story behind it. That's probably what made it so special. Like, it wasn't just some marketing push. Like, it had heart behind it. And it had, like, you know, you can tell when a piece of art is just there to exist, and when someone has something they have to say, when they're trying to get across something, like a truth, you know. And that art I find is always like much more impactful. Interesting.
A story was in place, the product line had been developed, and a logo had been created. Chris took part in designing the logo, drawing up a 3D render of the Bionicle lettering in a style that perfectly encapsulated the mystique and awe surrounding the theme. Additionally, a symbol was designed, that being the symbol of the three virtues, unity, duty, and destiny, a sort of holy trinity that the Bionicle peoples lived by. The inspiration emerged from a reworked piece of concept art that was tossed around during the theme's naming stage. At one point, Bionicle was set to be named B4, as in the word before, accompanied by the subtitle Bionic Recur Unit. The name proved to be too wordy for marketing, but a piece of that original logo was reworked into the three virtues symbol later used in production. The packaging for the toys were once again produced as canisters, not only for how practical and innovative they were, but unlike Robo-Riders, the canisters in Bionicle actually had a reason story. Released with the Toa, the cans featured exciting art, some neat little gimmicks, and LEGO's famous Technic branding, a subtle way of categorizing Bionicle into one of LEGO's broader group
I like
of
the green
products.
mask.
This title would be phased out later as Bionicle established itself as a standalone brand. Another creative side feature of the cans was that they served as storage units for the toys, giving them actual utility and discouraging children from simply throwing them away. The toys themselves were compact enough to be placed back in their canisters after play and possibly taken to school. Now, concerning the actual toys themselves, LEGO had taken great care in ensuring they had created something really special. The product designers stayed true to LEGO's famous industry words in that it was an amazing brand, so you better do some amazing things. And that they certainly did. The toys were captivating in their appearance, releasing in a wide variety of colors and characters, holding true to LEGO's ever-successful adoption of the...
Yeah, I like the green one. I like the white one. The white one is really cool. But I feel like when I was a kid, I liked the green one the most.
collect-em-all tactic. The 6 heroes, or Toa, were Tahu, Gali, Lewa, Onua, Pohatu, and Kopaka, the main toys for the product line and the heroes of...
Yeah, the white one has a
story.
really cool
When it
design.
came to the toys themselves, LEGO had clearly honed the use of ball joint articulation. The toys were posable and fun to handle, with each Toa brandishing its own weapon that was related to the environment they inhabited in the story. There were axes, claws, swords, and hooks, and all these weapons could be utilized by a gear on the Toa's back that would swing the weapon when turned. Now this must be prefaced with a very bold citation needed, but there is talk on the internet that the toys were actually designed for a type of competitive play, where children were meant to pit their Toa against each other, swinging their weapons until either opponent's mask was knocked off. Another neat gimmick was the addition of a special code imprinted on the inside of each Toa's mask. Children could use this code in conjunction with a promotional Bionicle CD to unlock additional content. They'd simply input their code into the game to reveal a special animation of that Toa.
I didn't know
These
about
short
this.
clips were surreal in their presentation, observing the Toa as they interacted within their natural habitat in a beautifully animated 30-second spot. The atmosphere of these videos truly captured the essence of the Toa. This was what Bionicle was all about. By late 2000, Bionicle had been fully developed and LEGO's newest theme was ready for test markets. Promotion was aggressive. A comic book series was released, a promotional tour was set, and a website was launched explaining Bionicle's story, characters, and setting.
Yeah.
Additionally, LEGO released an online flash game that played a pivotal role in Bionicle's launch success. Developed as a point-and-click adventure, the Matanui online game was an ambitious release by LEGO in an attempt to capitalize on the flash game takeover that was beginning to occur in 2001. The game took players across the island.
We're getting an ad in about 5
vast
minutes.
assortment of environments and landscapes, with new episodes releasing throughout the year that revealed more and more of the island to its players. When the game was initially released, players could only explore the shoreline of the island and watch a small animation retelling the story so far. However, as the game was updated, in-game obstacles would be lifted to allow players to explore more villages, and if they were lucky, meet the Toa that guarded them. Many of the game elements were puzzle-based, with each separate village plagued with their own problems players needed to solve.
I feel like I remember some
The
of
Matanui
this,
online game was a
but
tremendous hit for Bionicle, igniting a passion for the theme's setting and its characters that would soon
I feel like
take
there was
over around the
another
world.
game
With
that
year's
I was
anticipated console title getting cancelled, it was all fans got to play that year. The Flash game was the public's first real look into the world of Bionicle.
I feel like
And what
there was
better way to
another
show it
game.
than through an online interactive experience that kids could play free on their parents' computer. To this day, the game is still regarded as a classic and has been re-released multiple times throughout its 21-year legacy.
Oh.
Bionicle's
Maybe we'll
online
play it. Maybe we'll have to play that.
game was a smash hit, but in many ways it was quite the risk for LEGO, as Bionicle's primarily online marketing strategy was, for the most part, completely new territory. Yes, there was an online promotion for Robo Riders, although it had never been attempted by LEGO with this large of a budget. But LEGO had taken a calculated
That's probably a big reason why it popped off too, the online marketing. I didn't think about that, but yeah. That's probably where I heard of it, was online.
risk, and knew that it was time to take the leap. 2001 was one of the first years where a primarily online marketing strategy was truly accessible and viable. Creative new avenues for advertising were being explored.
The
through
little
new
guys.
reactions,
I
through
forgot about the
websites,
little
flash
guys and their
games,
little
etc.
rubber
Bionicle was trying
arms.
to posture itself as more than just a toy line. It was trying to be a multimedia experience. LEGO's main focus was to push Bionicle's story through a multitude of different mediums, including video games, movies, comics, and books.
The Mask of Light, the movie, yeah.
While this somewhat decentralized the storytelling experience, it did allow LEGO to reach their audience in a variety of ways, which was incredibly powerful in capturing larger audiences.
Oh, hey Sarah, thanks for the follow.
LEGO's 2001 release of
I
the
didn't see that.
Bionicle toy line went absolutely gangbusters, grossing 160 million in sales.
That's right, I don't have sound alerts on this
profitable product
screen.
for the year. But Bionicle's success was hiding a much
Whoops.
uglier picture underneath. LEGO was still in tremendous financial trouble, and while Bionicle was succeeding,
I'll have to
virtually
fix that.
every other LEGO product was failing. It was paramount that LEGO made Bionicle work. The company's future may have depended on it. By the end of 2001, Bionicle had become unstoppable. Having recently been awarded 2001's Most Innovative Toy of the Year, LEGO had proved to the world that they still knew how to make toys kids loved. And with that success came a relentless stream of games, comics, and of course, licensing deals. Bionicle was being slapped onto every product imaginable. One of the more notable deals was
Wait a
Bionicle
minute,
was being
wait a
slapped
minute.
to every product imaginable.
That seems familiar. I never got into the Bionicle toys, but I did see the online stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like I had a good amount of the main ones. And I had some of the little guys as well. This is like did I ever... This is very familiar.
One of the more notable deals was Nike's Bionicle shoe, which came with
Bionicle shoe, let's go. I want one. I want to walk around with fucking Bionicle shoes. Do you know how many chicks I would get with that? I'd be like, what are those? I'm like, oh, you like that? These are my Bionicle shoes.
an attachable mask piece that could fit.
Bionicle more destructive than Heelys. I did have Heelys as a kid. Those were fun. Yes, Bionicle Heelys. Yo. This needs to happen. Ooh, ad is starting. Sorry. Ad is starting. BRB. Okay, and we back.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, and we back, and we back. Okay, yeah, Bionicle shoes, just the mask is $190 on eBay. Yeah. Do they have the actual shoe? Let's see. Bionicle shoe. Well, just how much is Bionicle going for? Oh, not too bad. 27. $40 for all of the masks. They aren't even the right colors. Yo, this one though. Yeah, I remember this one. This one was dope with the gold mask. Look at that. I remember this guy. Yeah, I had this guy. That's like one of the like newer ones. They had like different generations of them, I guess. Yeah, I think I had that one. I had that one. Let's see here. Did I have that one? I don't know. Man, this is... What else we've got? Yeah, I remember the gold mask guy. Damn, I should definitely not spend money on this, but... Oh, it'd be so cool to have a Bionicle collection. What is that? Okay. Well, let's finish the video. Okay. Let's finish the video, and then I think I'm probably gonna hop off for the night.
It seems Nike also sold other masks separately so kids could mix and match. As ugly as the shoes were, the gimmick paired perfectly with the toy line's emphasis on swappability and creativity, a theme LEGO didn't want to neglect with Bionicle. Another iconic licensed product was the McDonald's Matoran, cleverly dubbed by fans as the McToran. Released as 6 miniature Bionicle figures.
Yeah. Oh, they were
toys could be
they were McDonald's toys. That's
with any
right.
McDonald's meal in 2001. Interestingly enough, the McToran were part of McDonald's strategy to promote a slightly more mature version of the Happy Meal called the Mighty Kids Meal.
Mighty Kids Meal. They don't have that, do they? They don't have that anymore, do they?
This was an order that included slightly larger portions and marketed itself to children who felt
Nope.
like they were too old for Happy Meals, but not quite big enough for an adult order. The McToran are still remembered fondly by Bionicle fans for their charm and nostalgia, with collectors still finding complete sets to this day. Now, while Bionicle's success with licensing deals was great news for the company, LEGO still had to keep the momentum going with the brand. 2002 would have to be followed up with a story and toys just as exciting, if not more, than the previous year. And now, with Bionicle proving itself to be a global phenomenon, there was no excuse for LEGO not to go all in. Enter
They don't have the big and tasty anymore either. I don't.
Varsity
What's
was
the big and
initially brought on
tasty?
board to write for Bionicle in 2001, given the task of expanding on the product's initial story bible and continuing the plot for the world and its characters. One of Farshti's early contributions was insisting that the 6 Toa all had individual personalities
2008
rather
economic
than
crisis
godlike
really
licensed
destroyed this
traits.
country. For fucking real. My god, everything changed after 2008. I swear. Everything changed.
That were originally proposed for the team. Greg would go on to write for many of the Bionicle comics, as well as the vast majority of Bionicle novels over the theme's lifespan. These
Yeah, 2008 hit my family hard. That was rough.
stories would serve as the main vessel for Bionicle's unfolding plot, contributing heavily to the feature films and games that would follow. This would lead Greg to work alongside original team member Bob Thompson to continue Bionicle's story into 2002. That year, an entirely new villain would arise to test the Toa, one that would set the bar for Bionicle toys and their possibilities for years to come. In many ways, the Borak were the first true Bionicle antagonist.
Yo, I remember those.
Before 2002, Bionicle's original monsters, or Rahi in Matoran, consisted of the Nui Jaga, Tarakava, Manus, and a couple other strange beasts, many of which utilized action elements and design concepts originally tested in the Boneheads phase of development. Now, it's not to say that these toys weren't exciting or successful, but their designs fell heavily on the side of Lego Technic, primarily resembling machines without leaving much room to entertain the idea of an organism. I mean, for God's sake, one of the Rahi just straight up had treads. Now, the Borak would really feel like Bionicle. Designed
Yeah,
to
I
resemble a
remember those. My god, I totally forgot. Totally forgot.
sort of hive-like
And they had the
Borak
heads
would
that went
hatch
like
from pods
bam.
and fling mind-controlling parasites called Krana from beneath their shells.
Yo,
This lore would be
that's
fully
right.
incorporated into the toy's play features, additionally giving the Borak bug-like qualities that made for surprisingly dark and compelling villains. LEGO once again knocked it out of the park with packaging, devising a way for the Borak to be stored in their canisters as though they were hanging upside down from inside their hive pods. Now, 2002 had proven to be an incredibly successful follow-up year for Bionicle. Along with the Borak, a brand new set of Toa forms had been released, alongside an epic new storyline. LEGO had to be doing something right, and continued to carry their momentum into 2003, where Bionicle Mania would fly to new heights.
Bionicle Mania.
2003 was unarguably the most eventful year for the Bionicle franchise. That year would kick off with a North American promotional tour, where vans filled with Bionicle toys and promotional material would take to the roads with hip, cool adults like this guy showing you the latest the
Hey kid, wanna get in my Bionicle van?
toy line had to offer. And the vans were absolutely decked out. I can guarantee with 100% certainty that any regard I would have had for stranger danger as a 9-year-old would have
He made the same joke as me.
evaporated in seconds had one of these bad boys pulled up to my community center. You see, LEGO was taking promotion quite seriously that year. After all, they had quite a big announcement to make. That year, in fall of 2003, LEGO would release their first feature-length Bionicle movie, Bionicle: The Mask of Light. Hype was at an absolute peak for the movie, which had been teased
Imagine
since April.
if people were robbing Bionicle vans like they did the PS5 drugs.
2002, taking the excitement for the series to the absolute boiling point before its release. This would be LEGO's first feature film based
Wow.
on original characters, and although it was just a direct-to-video production, anticipation for the film was high.
I gotta find
The
this.
film, produced by Miramax, would follow the adventures of two young Matoran who happen upon the Mask of Light, journeying across Matanui to find the mask's rightful owner while avoiding Makuta's greatest weapon yet, the Rakshi. The film was a commercial success
Yeah, I had those
and gave
too.
the world the Toa's first ever appearance being voiced and acted as real characters on screen, while simultaneously showing off their new forms from that year. That's right, after 2 years, the Toa had evolved into the Toa Nuva, granting them entirely new looks and giving
Yeah.
LEGO a brand spanking new
Yeah, and the sword the swords
Toa
turn
Nuva,
into a
granting them
surfboard.
entirely new
Yeah, I remember
looks and
that.
giving LEGO a brand spanking new lucrative toy line. Released in the summer of 2002, these Toa were bulkier, more articulate, and brought an entirely new look to the team. LEGO
Yeah.
wanted to hit home that the Toa had evolved, and their designs reflected it. The toys were somewhat larger, with new pieces that very much resembled armor, along with new weapons and masks to match. In all aspects, the Toa had been upgraded. That year would also see the release of the Scholastic published Bionicle novels. The first 3 books would be written by Kathy Hapka before Greg Farshtey would permanently take the helm as novelist for the franchise. Greg would go on to become a fan favorite for his dedication to Bionicle's story, bringing his enthusiasm to fan sites where he would engage with readers, poll the forums, and learn from the fans, fueling his writing process. Greg would continue to interact on fan sites well after Bionicle's end, making an effort to stay engaged before his eventual leave from the forums. 2003 would continue to be an exciting year for the Bionicle franchise. With the release of a movie, the first ever books, and an exciting new toy line, LEGO was on the fast track to having another knockout year for the brand. And to mark that success, LEGO recognized Bionicle's popularity with its very own theme park ride in Legoland, California, titled The Bionicle Blaster.
The Bionicle Blaster. Alright.
Unfortunately, the ride is incredibly underwhelming, but still operational. Fans can still visit the park in California to get their pictures with Toa Tahu, Toa Gali, and more. But LEGO hadn't stopped there. 2003 was when fans would come to see the release of the first ever Bionicle game. Or rather, first big-budget Bionicle game, as up to this point, only Flash and Game Boy games had been released. It had come as a long-awaited moment for fans. In 2001, a full-fledged Bionicle...
I'm telling you, graphics have stagnated since 2001.
Bionicle game was slated for release, but was cancelled, with LEGO's official statement blaming chip compatibility and timing issues. LEGO prefaced this statement by saying they were committed to producing only the highest quality products for children, so it's very possible the game just sucked. And with such aggressive timelines to meet, it's possible there may have not been enough time to get things right. Thankfully, fans have since gotten their hands on early alpha versions of the game, so not all aspects of the title...
Jiggle physics realistic considering
regardless,
they're plastic.
2003 was LEGO's year to get the Bionicle game right. The game
Do
would release on
Bionicle
all
have jiggle
platforms,
physics?
granting players the ability to fight as all 6 Toa throughout the story. Players would surf on lava with Tahu, swim underwater with Gali,
I remember that.
and sail through the trees as Lewa, all while battling famous villains from the story. The game was met with relatively mixed reviews, falling heavily on the side of mediocre. It was pretty apparent from the game's short playtime and relatively low difficulty that the game was meant for younger fans of the series. Of course, nostalgia has a way of working wonders, granting the game a 94% satisfaction rate among Google users today.
Oh, okay.
Bionicle had stampeded through 2003, with one smash hit after another. LEGO's plan for posturing the franchise as a multimedia experience was working wonders, and the company had no plans on slowing down. In fact, it would kill them if they did. 2003 proved to be LEGO's worst year in history, where the company would come closer to bankruptcy than it ever had before. The truth was that year, Bionicle would account for 100% of the company's profits.
What? 100%?
In every other area, LEGO was tanking.
Jeez.
This would lead LEGO CEO, Kjeld Kirk Christiansen, to step down, deciding maybe he wasn't the right man to lead LEGO into the new millennia. In 2004, Mr. Christiansen would be succeeded by a man named Jørgen Vig Knudstorp, LEGO's first non-family CEO. Jørgen would help bring LEGO back to basics, something that the wildly innovative company needed dearly at the time. It was only then, with Bionicle to lean on, that LEGO would finally start healing. The remainder of the decade would be a turnaround point for LEGO. With sales starting to recover, LEGO didn't need to rely so heavily on Bionicle, although the franchise continued to be LEGO's highest-selling product line until 2005. Throughout the 2000s, Bionicle would consistently push the envelope, keeping the product line and its story fresh with new releases each year. By the end
I
of the
feel like
product's-
after the second generation I started to fall off of Bionicle.
life cycle, Bionicle would see a release of 4 separate films, 7
What the 4 movies?
games, dozens of books, and
7 games?
infinite
30 plus
toy sets
books?
spanning multiple years. It was only in 2009, when
Wow.
sales finally started to slow down, that LEGO would decide to discontinue Bionicle. But the franchise's lasting impression had sparked a flame. LEGO was far from finished with constructible action figures. The following year would see the release of LEGO Hero Factory, an entirely new brand of heroes that resembled the Toa so closely it left many wondering why Bionicle was cancelled for it in the first place. Regardless, Hero Factory was a success, bringing the magic and wonder
Was
of
it?
construction building to an entirely
I've
new
never heard of
generation.
this.
But LEGO wouldn't stop there. The Bionicle franchise would inspire dozens of other sets throughout the tens, with constructible action figures made for LEGO Star Wars, LEGO Chima, LEGO DC, and so on.
Never heard of any of
Additionally,
these.
the Bionicle story would ignite LEGO's passion for creating vibrant new worlds with compelling characters, settings, and stories. Most notably with the LEGO Ninjago theme, which would go on to become incredibly successful, with a feature-length film released on the big screen in 2017. Bionicle's
what?
impact made breakthroughs with how LEGO handled product development as well. Before the
Never heard
franchise,
of that.
production of certain toy lines could take as long as 3 years, an unmistakably long period of time that made it difficult for the company to properly react to market trends. But
Mm-hmm.
with Bionicle, LEGO
Yeah, I've never heard of Hero Factory either. I haven't heard of hardly
had
any of these.
streamlined development
I guess I knew there was like ninja stuff, but I didn't know that was a whole thing.
3-month stages, creating a systematic process for conceptualization and execution. This made the company infinitely more agile, and allowed LEGO to capitalize on the latest industry hype. Entire sets could be developed in 6 months.
Wow.
Bionicle would also help to unite LEGO's triad of development teams, those being marketing, design, and engineering. Traditionally, LEGO's production departments worked predominantly separate from each other, with one team passing information to the next with very little collaboration. Bionicle fixed this, encouraging team members from all departments to work closely with each other to develop a product that truly met the initial vision.
It's a good strategy,
With
honestly.
Bionicle's influence, LEGO learned how to evolve as a company. It gave permission for LEGO to continue taking risks and innovating, while remembering to work within the bounds of informed market research. And it was the adoption of this concept that made
Yeah, I know the Ninjago stuff is super successful, but never heard of Hero Factory until now. And he said it was successful, so...
success. Since then, the franchise has established a vibrant cult following, with fans from all over the world keeping the memory alive with MOCs, fan fiction, and even an entire
Bionicle fanfic. Let's fucking go.
fan-made video game in development.
Whoa, what? Holy shit. That looks
Even
good.
with all the enthusiasm for the brand, it's still hard to say whether we'll see Bionicle's return to the LEGO roster. There was a brief reboot in 2015 involving a rework of the story and its original characters, but the toy line was short-lived, and is commonly referred to as Generation 2 of Bionicle. Is it possible it could return? Maybe, but that's not what this story's about. This is about how innovation, collaboration,
I think there needs to be a Bionicle reboot. I think that would be dope.
and a group of passionate people came together and saved a company, all the while creating something truly great in the process. People like Chris Faber, Alistair Swinnerton, Greg Farshty, Bob Thompson, and so many others helped make Bionicle. They came together through unity, were bonded by duty, and as for Bionicle's destiny, well, maybe that's up to us.
What a solid ending. What a solid ending. I knew I would like that video. That was good. I liked that. Can we recommend stuff to watch? So I'm probably gonna hop off. I need to be up early because I'm hanging out with my grandma tomorrow. But if you wanted to I have a Discord. if you wanted to put like, I have like a media share kind of thingy. If you wanted to post stuff in there, I can definitely watch it on stream sometime. But for tonight, I think that's gonna be it for me. So, what did we do tonight? What did we do today? We played Nekopara, and it crashed my PC twice. And then we just like, once we finally got it working, I just cringed through the whole way. So we're definitely gonna, sorry, I gotta turn my music is distracting me. We definitely gotta play more of that. Probably gonna need a few days to recover, but we can get back to Nekopara. I cannot believe it crashed my PC twice. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. What else did we? And then we watched Bionicle. We watched Bionicle. Discuss the millions of McDonald's customers left destroyed via bad home loans. Wait, McDonald's customers? Yes, all those McDonald's customers. You see, if a loan is too good to be true, it is. Bring back the Mighty Kids meal. Yes. Am I too old for the Mighty Kids meal? Definitely. Do I still want it back? You betcha. That's such an oddly specific Mighty Kids meal. Like, you already have the kids meal. You need one in between? What an odd marketing choice. The 2000s were a time of excess. That's for sure. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was fun. Thanks for the follows and stuff. Yeah, I got a few follows. I even got a follow from a bot, and I don't think they've unfollowed. So I'll take it. I'll take that free follow. I need to put the sound alert on. I need to make sure the sound alert is on all of them, so I don't miss a notification again. But yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Don't do too many drugs. And I will see you... Actually, when will I see you? Maybe tomorrow? I might be too sleepy. I have a big day tomorrow. I have a big day. I gotta be up early. We'll see. I don't know, we'll see. We definitely aren't playing Nekopara tomorrow. We'll play some Fire Emblem if I do. Or get caught up on the media share stuff. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.